Well, it's 2 in a row at home. I think it goes to show you when we play at home, we do a really, really good job of responding to the momentum that our fans generate. And, you know, this was a redemption game. It meant a lot to the team. The whole week we've been working on the things that we didn't do well the first time in our game plan execution. And so now, having a second chance and being able to really play the way we're supposed to play, I thought that they responded as a team very, very well. And there's a lot of good things we took from it, progress from what we worked on, like help side and taking charges, a progression from being able to defend penetration and protect our paint. So I took a lot of really good things away from this, and it's a conference win, so we're feeling pretty good right now.
It's a good start for you guys, at least. It almost seemed like it was a tale of a couple of offenses between what you were doing and what they were doing. They were a little more slow pace, and Sigmar was a little more aggressive, especially in rebounds. Was it Hannah, Anj, and Deish all combined for like at least half your rebounds?
Yeah.
So what made it so aggressive early on?
Well, probably fear. But if you want me to be honest, probably fear. No, it was a huge point of emphasis in our keys to win. So 33 is very, very good for them. She is a huge post presence. And then they have kids who pursue the ball, who want the ball, who really, really hurt us last time getting their team second and third chance offensive opportunities. And so it was a big point of emphasis in our keys to win. And I think because it mattered to us, we were able to execute a body on somebody every single time. And that's what we did today.
And what about the defense that you applied throughout the game? And you had 11 points off of turnovers, but it almost seemed like there was a numerous amount of steals there going on. So what made it so impactful?
Well, Day did a great job on number one. You know, number one is a freshman on Wagner, and she's 3-time freshman of the week for the NEC. She's very, very talented. And you have to put a game plan together to really shut her down early. And so I think the adjustments we made to our game plan and matching Day up with her and making the rest of the defense kind of rally around how Day is containing her penetration and knowing who you can help off of and who's a shooter really, really helped us. So I think that it looked like a much more cohesive defensive unit today with everybody making the contributions that they need to make based on knowing personnel the right way now.
Day, 17 points in 35 minutes, and you and the rest of the ladies, it looked like you were just flying up and down the court. It just seemed like everything was on key. Does that sound about right?
I know. Yesterday, we kind of had like a lull in practice, so we just really needed to pick up the energy. So I thought that started a lot in shoot-around today, and then during our warm-ups, we were just kind of like getting into the flow of things. So then come game time, everybody was like on the same page. So it just really, it made it easier with like lots of energy built by the fans and then built by our team. It just came together.
And what about all the ball movement around the court? I guess one of the big plays that I saw later, around 7.5 minutes left in the second half, was Hannah's sort of like no-look pass over to you where you scored the lay-in there. Did it feel like those kind of things were happening all afternoon?
Yeah, it just seemed like, I know it was difficult for number one on the other team because she had 4 fouls, and I like whispered in Hannah ear, Hannah, you gotta go, she has 4, you gotta go, like attack her. So she knew we had a 3-on-2, so somebody was going to get a basket at some point in that fast break. So we were just kind of building off the momentum of each other, kind of just taking the game like one play at a time.
Coach, big opportunities from three-point line that were made. Sort of almost seemed like the foul trouble went sort of under notice because of how well you played collectively today. Now being 5-2 inside the conference, sort of like tough knit. Do you feel that the way you played today can continue the rest of the way?
Well, I hope so. I hope that in every game we have success in, we could take a piece of it to propel us forward. And, you know, we learn different things about our offense every day. We learn different ways people are going to play us all the time. Some people switch all the time. Some people don't switch at all. Some people face guard the 5. Some people face guard Gabby. You know, we have to constantly make adjustments offensively based on what they're taking away and what we can still use as our strength to exploit their weakness. And so, you know, I'm hoping that we take great things, that what we did, and it propels us into Bryant. Bryant's going to be a huge game on Monday. It's kind of a battle for our top spot in the league right now. So I think that coming off 2 wins in a row, we should feel very confident, and we should be able to make these adjustments that we've seen from different defenses to apply moving forward.
How have you seen, as a coach or as a coaching staff, this team progress from game 1 of the regular season into this game?
Well, what do you think, Day? I mean, we certainly know the offense a lot better now.
Yeah, the offense was kind of just like very stagnant in the beginning of the season because we were still learning like all the reads off of it. So now once we're like getting into the flow of conference, it's just like everything's starting to click. We're starting to make better reads, knowing when to pass it, when not to pass it. Just everything's just coming together nicely. So hopefully we keep propelling that into the later of the conference season. So.
Yeah.
What about as a player on the team or the rest of your team? Do you pay attention much to standings or stats, or do you just go and do your thing?
We kind of just do our thing, I think, most of the time. Everybody's just like, well, we want to score more than the other team, shut down the other team. I know we look at rebounds a lot. That's like a huge emphasis for us. So that's like our number one goal is just rebound, limit them to one shot. So we try to use that as our momentum on transition and get some easy buckets that way.
Okay. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
What are you going to take away from this heading into Bryant, who's right now 5-2 in conference after winning today?
Well, you know, Bryant's a good team, and they have a lot of weapons. I took a little peek ahead of this game, and they have a lot of weapons. I think what we need to take from this game is, one, defensively, we did a really, really good job today, a really good job. We rebounded very well. We have to rebound against Bryant. We have to make sure that we execute our game plan and no personnel against Bryant. And so that's definitely a huge factor that I want to take from this game and actually show the team tomorrow is, listen, we're getting better. We're getting better every day. Defensively, we are really, really progressing. We're moving forward with things. And so, you know, I want to make sure that we are really confident going into Bryant, knowing defensively if we do our job, we're going to be able to really maximize our opportunity on Monday to get a win at home and really do big things for us in the conference.
Do you think now with 7 conference games, 18 regular season games, do you feel like you know your personnel better? Because it seemed like today there were a lot of excellent scoring opportunities to be had in the fast break, even in the secondary break, players getting open on the wings, flaring out for 3-pointers, and that. Do you feel that now getting in the later stage of the league with your team the way they are right now, do you think there's a chance you could probably push the tempo a lot more in these conference games?
I hope so. I hope now that they saw that they're able to transition, you know, very effectively, we're going to get our transition up to pace with what we're doing. Because playing in the half court against teams is, you know, it's great for us. Our offense is really hard to defend. So playing in the half court against teams is great for us because I think we do still have a big advantage, especially with the new rules that have been passed in women's basketball with all the touch foul rules. But now, if we can get Gabby running and Day pushing and, you know, our wings really, really attacking that rim in transition, I just think it's going to bring a whole other element to our offensive presence that people aren't going to be ready for. So throwing that wrinkle in conference right now and starting to build the confidence of it will be really good for us moving forward. So keeping our fingers crossed that we'll keep doing it. All right. Well, thank you.
Thanks. Oh, flickery.